All right, joining me now live is Dr. Fred Hoffman, chair of the Intel Studies Department at Mercyhurst University. We saw those images there, so any questions like this morning about whether the strikes were successful or not in terms of crippling Iran's nuclear capability seem to have been answered?
I believe so. It's important to know that you had 125 aircraft that flew into Iranian airspace and 125 flew back out. They weren't contested by ground-based air defense or Iranian fighters, so that's pretty significant. As far as battle damage assessment, at least from satellite imagery, it looks like it did the job.
All right, and as far as the idea that they might have moved things, you think that's highly unlikely?
Not very likely, not very practical to do that.
All right, so reaction in Washington, as we just heard there, falling mostly along political lines. Republicans mostly pleased with the president's decision, including Mike Kelly just issuing a statement this afternoon about peace through strength as well. And then the Democrats saying the Trump move was unconstitutional, Congress should have been briefed, and the diplomatic effort should have continued. So surprised at all by that?
No, I'm not surprised. Some of it's just partisan political politics as usual, but the bottom line is the administration did an unusually good job of maintaining operational security, actually deceived the Iranians and the rest of the world with sending B-2s to Guam, and they didn't fly out of Guam to do the strike. So I think overall, at least in that respect, they deserve a pat on the back.
Hard today, as you would know, as an Intel Studies guy, to pull anything off as a surprise attack. So this was a success in those terms?
Most definitely.
So the vice president saying this morning on Meet the Press, we're not at war with Iran, we're at war with their nuclear program. I mean, do you think most people feel like there's a difference, or are people afraid of retaliation that we might see maybe even here on U.S. soil?
Well, a few things. First of all, we've had a couple of forever wars. We had one in Afghanistan, one in Iraq. We were in Iraq for 11 years and Afghanistan for 20, and people were really tired of that, and there's concern that we may get embroiled in another type of engagement like that. And that's why administration officials right now are saying we're not at war with Iran. This is a selective strike to eliminate their nuclear capability.
How do you think Iran responds, and will they go back to negotiating now?
Well, I think they're really kind of backed into a corner because they've got a number of things they have to be concerned about. One is a follow-on military strike by us and or the Israelis. They're also got to worry about regime change because they have an intensely unpopular government. The Iranian people, this is an optimal time for them after 46 years to rise up and take back governance of their country. So they've got a few things that they've got to worry about. They could try to close the Straits of Hormuz. That would be one option.
So last question, I guess, what does this say about the relationship between the U.S. and Israel? This really was a coordinated thing.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, something like this has been something that the Pentagon does a remarkable job of planning in general. This is not something that they just cooked up over the last two weeks. So very good coordination, very good operational security, excellent execution.
All right, plenty of things to be watching for in the days ahead. I'm sure we'll be consulting with you as need be.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right, thanks so much.